B-Bad and Brandon.
Doing bakery, but I do go to some bakeries.
You do go to the bakery.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, bakery.
Definitely
I
do.
love the bakery. a lot.
do you have a favorite?
Probably only out of convenience. Is it Agnes?
That's a sweet bakery.
Yeah.
You got Agnes and another one across
Jesus,
the road.
The one across is actually amazing as well.
Yeah.
I just don't know
One
the
of
name
them's real
it.
good for their bread, from memory.
Which one? Where are we talking?
James Street.
Oh, James
Just around
Street's
from
dope.
BP.
Yeah.
Agnes and the other
Sorry.
one. The two of them. Artisan bakeries.
It's not like Willow and something, or it's something a little bit more.
I think there's an S in it.
I love how you know all
Sprouting
these
or
bakeries
something.
just real quick. Like,
I do enjoy bakery.
oh no, there is a good one in James Street as well. In the Standard Market Co.
In it. Oh yeah, that's a nice bakery in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
So,
bakery
What's
nice.
it called? You got to give me a name.
Or I think it's just the Standard Market. You know the Standard Market next to, I think it's Spoon, the cafe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they bakery.
In there, because they've got like their own florist, and then they got their own deli. There's a bakery there too.
Haven't been there.
They
We'll
got
have
nice
to
sweet
go.
Bruh.
treats.
Yeah, bro, we got a cake there once for Jackie. It was
And
delicious.
sweet treats are good.
Fuck. But yeah,
Sweeties are the best.
flour and chocolate's also really good. Definitely check it out. Mika.
I think
Mika.
Mika.
would be-
MICA, I think you could go your own way on that. You can decide what it is. Yeah, that's next level bakery.
I don't know if we
They
can.
do a degustation breakfast with bakery
That's
treats.
fucking. That's lit.
It is delicious.
I'm gonna say that.
You should do that.
I'm too old to say it.
Yeah, I think
I
you
was
might
about
be a
to
bit out
say,
of age
please
on
don't.
that, to be honest.
Oh,
Yeah, can we put an age on that?
how old are you?
23.
Are you 23?
23.
How old do you feel?
Right now,
Yeah.
31.
That's fair.
Yeah, I was older this morning when I woke up.
He's not 31.
I felt a lot
okay.
older this morning as I got out of bed. My knee was sore and my right foot was a bit floppy, and we got some
I can
blood in
see how
there.
that
And
would, yeah.
I feel like
felt a
you.
bit more 50 then.
I feel like you'll appreciate this. Obviously, being an EP, you're an EP background, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah. Since I ruptured my Achilles, getting out of bed, especially in the winter when it's this cold, it's like,
That'd be nasty.
yep, it's I'm stiff. I'm definitely 40 today.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Damn.
It's okay. You can be 40 today.
And every other day of my life. And the pec tear, like when you sleep on it, and then you wake up and you're like, oh shit, yeah, I gotta remember that. Yeah, fuck.
It'll remind you.
Oh, it
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
You need tape up or something.
It was a little bit, but
Or just look after it.
Fair.
That could be. You might
Just
be
don't-
onto something
just
on
don't
that one.
sleep on it. Like, just don't. You know,
Yeah.
it's the hardest thing because you
Yeah.
use natural sleep patterns, and then you just like wake up and you're like, oh, why is that so sore? Oh, that's right, you're an idiot. But anywho, this
Ooh.
podcast is not about how much of an idiot I am. We've had plenty of episodes.
We
on
need a
that.
lot of episodes to get into that one.
Fuck, bro. We could have a whole
All the
season.
silly things that have been done.
But
Yeah.
we will start off the podcast with
Big question.
the big. Well, yeah,
The question.
there's so
The
many
question.
questions, yeah.
Okay.
But this is the biggest probably.
Sam.
So 21 words,
Are you ready?
all sounds.
Sounds are also allowed if you want.
So we will
Right.
count R's, arms, burps, anything.
Any noise that comes out of that mouth of yours.
21 words, who you are,
Mm.
what you do.
Mm.
And then the podcast is done.
Kind of.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Go.
Don't know if I got 21 words though in me.
Well, then,
You just used about 8.
yeah.
See, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. I'm done. I'm out already.
We can start again.
Um,
Ready, set, go.
Okay, I am Sam Thomasson.
Mhm.
I am. That is a very hard question.
Yeah, it is.
It's like, who are you?
I know, right?
Mm.
Yeah. Look, I will say, right now, from a business perspective, I am finally becoming an EP. So I'm just finished all my studies. So I'm
Oof.
an EP,
Lovely.
and I work primarily with strength athletes.
Dope.
And for those playing at home,
Yeah.
EP.
EP,
is a-
exercise physiologist.
Excellent.
Yeah. So think if a physio and a PT had a baby, that's
Ye-
probably
that's
the
you.
easiest way to explain it.
That's you.
Yeah.
That is literally the best way to
Mm.
explain
Oh, I do
I've-
like that.
Someone
Yeah,
did
I've
men-
never
someone has
heard
said,
that.
Oh no, someone said that to me a few years ago, and I was like, that is the best way to describe an EP.
Yeah, fucking oath
Yeah.
it is.
I got a really good question. I thought I'd maybe ask it way later, but I'll ask it right now because
Yeah.
it's right off the back of them being babies.
Yeah.
And I train a physio, and we have these discussions around EPs and physios and all the other people out there and
Yeah.
who's trending at the moment, right?
Yeah.
And we
So
both
be great.
agreed that EPs are trending now.
I think EPs, because it is a newer degree, they are still trying to establish their place
Mm.
in the industry. I think there's such a big crossover between physios and EPs in certain aspects.
Yep.
That I think EPs at the moment are just, I wouldn't say the loudest.
Yep.
But like they're really working hard to find their place.
Yeah.
They are becoming from I can only say from the fitness industry.
Yeah.
With the sports that I've been involved in, we are becoming a little bit more, I would say, valid, established as EPs.
Yep.
But I honestly think that both physios and EPs have their place.
Yep.
And
Do you think physio will last though?
that is a very political question. I'm not going to answer that. No, I think if we can find our place in healthcare,
In allied health as a whole?
allied
Yeah.
health or any type of industry where they do have to work together, like allied health as a whole, I think EPs, we are not under the same governing body as physios. So that's something that I think we struggle with a little bit as well, is we are not under, I think it's an APRA,
Yeah.
or whatever it is.
Geez, that'd be cool if you guys got under APRA.
And I actually have no idea if that would ever actually happen.
Probably.
Because
Yeah.
there's a lot of like,
There'd be some
Yeah.
politics in that.
yeah, because
Yeah.
from my understanding, EPs, you're not like technically allowed to physically touch in the sense.
Yeah, it's tough. Like
Yeah,
it's
like you can't be trigger pointing and shit like that. 'Cause that's outside of this fucking grey area of scope.
it's very
I'm already
broad.
triggered.
Yeah, it's so broad, and it's very hard to, like, I probably don't have enough because there's so many other, like additional education, like certs and things that you can do within EP. Like, for example, I did a lot of like one of my main placements with Sporting Wheelies, and they're
Sporting wheelies.
Sporting Wheelies, yeah.
Oh, right.
So they're a completely government funded like business.
Yeah, right.
And they're in Albion. Amazing.
Yeah, right.
Absolutely incredible. All NDIS funded.
Right.
But that was a completely different realm to what I've ever experienced. So they are like, you're working with individuals where some individuals, their bodies don't work at all.
Yeah, right.
So you are so much more hands-on, which is completely out of a scope if you were to walk straight out of uni.
Yeah.
So you do have to go to additional work for that.
Mm.
But I think it just shows how broad the scope is and how many how many kind of environments you can be placed in and how different those environments can be. It's so hard to be like, this is what you can do, this is what you can't do. Like, you do have to be very careful.
That's fucking experience,
It's
especially in uni.
incredible.
Yeah.
It was amazing. It was, you gain such a big understanding of how the body works when you do work with people where their bodies don't work at all.
You'd have
Like, they don't get those signals. They can't communicate in some ways.
You'd have to think out of the box to try and get some things moving, right?
You have to be very understanding and very
Yep.
patient. And I
Empathetic.
think, massive.
Fuck.
So very different to
What you're doing
work.
now.
Yeah, very different. Like, you still, obviously, I would take a lot of what I'd learnt there carry it
100%.
over. But it's probably not an experience a lot of people get to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's just going to make you so much better in the long run. To take
Yeah.
Well,
As
just
much
to
as
take-
you can learn, like, the more
even
you
from
can
like
learn.
a practical standpoint, but like just as it really, in I guess my limited experience of working with NDIS clients, it's the patience, your capacity for patience, your capacity for empathy, that translates into everything else.
Oh, huge. And like, you could read a textbook back, front, up, down, but every single person that stands in front of you, probably, like, many people say this all the time, but they are so different. Like, a diagnosis is diagnosis. What a person, like,
See, a diagnosis is
person's
just a
in front of you.
starting point.
100%.
And then off that, you have to be the world's greatest detective and find out the exact cause, reason why, what else is going on.
Oh, God, yeah.
It's fucking... I had to bite my tongue.
Yeah.
It's like, that's where I think some allied health professions lack. Like, if we look at... Oh, fuck, I don't care. I'm not governed by anyone. The physios, like, I think they look at just a diagnosis. Whereas there's that not in whole... what's the word? Holistic approach, I guess, where I find, well, at least the EPs I've worked with in the past, and it is becoming a more of a trend because they seem to look at the whole picture rather than just you're more than just a diagnosis.
Yeah, I think like again, I don't know completely what's involved in obviously the courses and whatnot with physios, but I can see that there's a lot of physios now though that are definitely adapting and changing the way that they look at things.
That's good.
And they are looking at things a lot more holistically. Like I know plenty that are great and I would refer off in a heartbeat. But then there's others that yes, you can see that they can't get past someone's elbow hurts. It's their elbow.
Just rub the
Like,
elbow.
Yeah.
Just give the elbow a massage.
But like it's their perception is definitely, or the perception overall to look at things holistically is definitely changing a lot in the last few years, which is very exciting. It's good to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Real quick question. Can we talk about that sick scar on your arm?
Sure can.
Did you have surgery?
I did have surgery.
That is like, what'd you do?
Damn.
Gymnastics. That was.
Oh no, it's gonna be gross.
Not super gross. No, nothing like popped out or got weird.
Everything stayed inside.
Everything stayed inside, unfortunately. I can't have a cool like pokey outy story. But
We're gonna
process
say
was
this.
long.
No, I'm gonna say everything should always stay inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I think so. Like ideally.
I did. Yeah.
Ideally.
In a
you would
world.
Like to. Yeah. Like I would personally like to stay. Yeah. But no, that was gymnastics. Couldn't tell you how many years ago now. Might have been like 13, 14.
Yeah, right. So real young.
Yeah. It was a 3-year process.
What'd you do?
So it broke, it healed, one bone healed onto the other, re-break, recast.
Oh, wow.
I still don't have movement in my arm, so I can't actually rotate.
That's all you got?
That's all I got.
Whoa.
That's all I got.
Okay, no, don't do that.
Does it go inside or no, that's it?
Go that way.
Oh, yeah.
Just can't go that way.
So you're saying
whoa,
the 2 bones here.
Yeah, so it was like your radius and your ulnar, your 2 bones that kind of slide over each other.
Yeah.
Ideally, they want to slide over each other.
But one
fused, because on a heel, your body's super adaptable. So it just healed as one was healing. It healed onto the other one.
Holy shit! That's
it was very cool.
Yeah,
it's super.
I'm
cool.
so sorry you had to go through that.
That's all right.
But fuck me, that's interesting.
How did you break it? Took a fall or
just took a fall? Yeah, took a fall, stood up.
How?
And it was just a little bit more wobbly than
I've got a problem.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay.
Oh, that's I know that feeling, and it's gross. I remember doing my Achilles, and you're like, that shouldn't just flop.
Yeah, it shouldn't look like that.
Why is that not? Why can't I plant? Here we go. But that's how cool is the human body though?
It's so cool.
But I mean, as fucked as that is, it fused to the. Oh my god, I'm shook. I'm shook. So now you work with strength athletes. How did that unfold?
I've always been an athlete.
Mm-hmm.
So if it wasn't development squad with gymnastics, it was development squads with BMX.
Sick.
Yeah, it was cool. It's a very cool sport.
That is.
Yeah. The one on the track where you're going like crazy fast and over the little lumps and
all the bumpy bumps. Yeah, and all the corners. Yeah.
Was that cool. Bumpity bumps?
The bumpity bumps.
Yep.
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 That's the technical term for it.
I thought so.
Is it?
Every BMX race is going to hate me for saying that. The bumpity bumps.
Bumpity bumps. Cool.
But no, and then I went from there. Obviously, the arm happened midway through that. I've got a chronic condition with my spine. I've had it since I was very, very young. So
what, sorry?
A condition with my spine.
Yeah. I thought you got a chronic disc, and I was like,
that goddamn disc. Yeah. Many discs. All of the discs.
Many discs.
But I was in and out, not in and out of wheelchair per se, but I would have lots of bouts of not being able to walk.
Oh,
fucking hell.
That's tricky.
So then I went from very dynamic sports to an EP. I found my first ever coach. He was working from an EP clinic, Glenn Hansen.
And Rocky.
Rocky.
Yeah.
He shaped a lot of
Vector
my
Health.
view. Yeah. So that was my first job working at Vector Health.
He's he coached Odell.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, that guy.
Cool.
Odell got me into probably one of the first people that got me into powerlifting.
So Rocky girl.
Yeah, Rocky girl. Yeah, so very, very cool. And he helped with my strength and conditioning with both my arm, both my back. And then don't really know who or what happened, but I just one day I was like, I want to be as strong as that person.
Yeah.
As in Odell?
Look,
was it Odell?
It was either Odell or there was another one. I don't know. There was just these really big boys in the gym. And I'm like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
And he's like, let's go.
Fuck
Let's
yeah.
put some plates on the barbell.
Yeah.
That's sick.
So then went through powerlifting. I think my first powerlifting comp was like 2014, 15.
Yeah, right.
And
Wait, you wouldn't have been that old. You would've
no,
been
my
like,
first comp I was like 15
yeah,
15 years old.
mad.
Yep. Then did my like 2 worlds in like all PA or
Mm.
IPF, whatever.
Yeah.
Worlds 2015, 2016.
Would you squat bench dead?
Oh, God,
As a junior?
still sub.
Yeah,
Little
cool.
subby.
Little subby.
Little subby. I think I still hold the world bench record for the sub junior. I
No
think.
way.
I think it was
That's
like
mad.
85 or something.
As what, like a 16, 17-year-old?
Yeah.
Get fucked.
Yeah.
Damn.
So it was
Yeah,
really
dude.
cool. But yeah, I've just always been in sports. And then
Yeah.
I think when PA got a little bit political, I went and tried like bodybuilding, competed in bodybuilding, competed in strongman, and then kind of came back, qualified for Pro Raw, and then obviously COVID happened.
Oh,
So-
that thing.
Yeah.
The fucking COVID.
Fuck, that's sick.
Yeah.
So
So
what's
the
your-
whole time I just gravitated towards strength athletes.
So let's what's the for people listening, biggest squat bench dead? We want to hear it.
Comp or training?
Whichever's
Let's give
bigger.
both.
Whatever's biggest.
Yeah.
Or training, I think it was 220 dead, 220 squat, and a 130 bench.
You're
Ooh.
really strong.
Cool. Keita, I will get you one day.
Damn.
No. Yeah, so that was what 2020 was when it got cancelled.
It's a
Yeah.
570 total.
Damn.
Mm. Yeah.
That's not bad.
So
What body weight are you, like sub?
under 75. Yeah.
So nothing.
It's pretty
No,
strong. Yeah, it's pretty
another
strong.
Featherweight.
That's so fucking strong.
Mm.
Yeah. So that, I guess, that being naturally my background.
Yeah, like it makes sense. Like your whole
Well,
journey
it's
when you
very-
list when you like lay it out like that, you can see how you ended up as an EP, how you end up working with strength athletes now, and
Yeah.
Do you find that because you've had so many hurdles through your own journey being an athlete, that working you can bring something different to strength sports?
I feel like I definitely am a lot more empathetic towards individuals in particular parts of their, I guess if you want to say journey,
Yep.
especially when you're working with people that do have, like 99% of my clients have come from an injury or chronic condition. And then the athletes that have stayed with me have just obviously continued on because I understand what their background has been. But I'm definitely a lot more empathetic.
Mm-hmm.
And the way I think we just never get taught how to speak or how to speak to individuals about chronic conditions and injuries, that it can be super scary sometimes for them. So that was probably the biggest thing or the most consistent feedback I've had from athletes is just like, you get it.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I've been there. But in saying that, though, sometimes I can be a little bit too empathetic, and sometimes they need a little bit of an extra kick up the butt. I'm a little bit.
You got a decent sized foot. I'm sure it can hurt when it's applied appropriately.
Sometimes.
But the
So-
220 squat, imagine
Yeah.
that just being like kicked into you, like
Yeah.
Spartan kick to the chest.
Just train harder, please.
Yeah, just do it. Just do it. No. So yeah, no, it's been, I don't know, it's been really great. I think especially in the last, since September last year's when I kind of went off on my own per se, for like the third time. It's been a very, very cool experience.
In what way?
I just didn't think I would be working with the individuals, or I wouldn't be running a business to this capacity so quickly. So I'm definitely still learning how to run a business. I make mistakes weekly. It's crazy,
it's a
but-
10-year apprenticeship.
Yeah, I was gonna say it feels like it's going to be. But yeah, like I'm working with, if you consider high-end athletes, but also like I've got so many individuals that are still your gen pops, and I think it's very rewarding either way, like
Yep.
regardless of what an individual's goal is.
100%.
So, yeah.
That's so good, and you're doing it like I honestly did not know you were 23. I thought you were a bit older, just because of the not
because of what you've done.
Yeah.
I feel old.
Hey, look, join the club here.
But I might correct me if
old.
I'm wrong, but I'm sure I've seen a post of yours. You've coached in various things for quite a while. Is that right?
Yeah. So like my first one, I initially was working with Vector Health. Yes, there was powerlifters, but I also worked with the Rocky Grammar sporting.
Wow.
You wouldn't say development per se, but
Yep.
their
They're
like, gym
fucking good
program.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there was like rugby union,
Yep.
rugby league,
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
netball,
Fuck,
rowing.
they were savage too.
And you were
Yeah.
looking after their strength stuff.
Part of.
Yep.
Yeah. So part of any of the gym programs.
Yep.
So did that, I think, for about a year before I moved for uni.
Yep.
But again, like, I've worked with BMX riders, strongmen, powerlifters, mainly.
Yep.
But yeah, it's really cool to experience like a lot of different sports because there's so many different aspects to that.
Fucking, that's an
Being-
education though.
Being so young, particularly then, did you ever have any hurdles to overcome with like people taking you seriously or anything like that?
Of course.
Yep.
Yeah, when you're younger, like I always definitely had initially Glenn would stand kind of behind me
Yep.
and would just kind of just look down
Yep.
to make sure that everyone was kind of listening.
Yep.
Because half the guys, or like girls or guys, like I graduated the year before.
Yeah, so they
So
all
they're
knew
like,
you.
I just went to school with you last year. Like, what's going on
Now
here?
you're telling me what to
Yeah,
do.
right.
Yeah. So, and like people don't know how old I am normally.
Mm.
So, like, I think people just might think I'm a little bit older than what I am at times. So, I've never really in the last few years had any
Specify
issues.
at times.
At times. I've never really had any issues with people not listening or taking me seriously. Like, people are going to listen if they want to listen. Like, they're there for your help. So the biggest thing is them coming to me. You've got to respect the fact that they've just come to me for help. And I'm just going to do everything I can to help them.
Did you find or face many people, you know, being 15, back in 2014, there wasn't that many girls powerlifting. There wasn't that many girls doing strength sports. Did you find a bit of resistance, or were you met with resistance by, you know, individuals when you're saying, "Oh, I'm going to go to like the IPF Worlds"?
I don't think initially. I think it was definitely at school, it was a very taboo thing for me to do powerlifting. Like everyone's like, what are you doing? What is that?
What does it look like I'm doing? I'm getting fucking swollen.
Yeah, it's like, let's go.
Yeah.
Like, I'm getting strong. But like there was no resistance there.
Yeah.
Glenn was super supportive. Like I think he was someone that definitely knew that I needed a little bit of like direction with goals and things at that particular point in my life. So he definitely helped. He's literally just like, this is what you need to qualify. Like you're gonna do it, and we're gonna go. Yeah. So that's someone like again, he's definitely shaped a lot of how I see or how I treat people now as well. So yeah, definitely no resistance. And being a female, like I don't think I've ever really had any resistance in my career being a female. I don't know why I thought I would. As bad as that sounds, like there's been, I think, a lot of women that have kind of said, oh, you know, they don't listen to me because I'm a woman. I'm like, is it?
Or is it your
Like,
content? Is
yeah,
it what you're putting out?
like genuinely, I just sit back and I've never experienced that, so I can't resonate with that.
Yep.
That's good though.
Yeah.
I'm really glad to hear that because, like, you know, we've had other people on the podcast said, like, yeah, because I'm a woman, it's been a lot harder. It's,
and that's that's really unfortunate for me.
100%.
Like
that's it breaks, you know, as you. Well, I'm not sure who said it, but like, you've got the qualifications, you've got the experience. There's no doubt about that, and you've also got the lived experience,
and you got numbers on the barbell.
Exactly. This is true. Yeah. Like,
yeah. Look,
if anyone argues with you, you can be like, "This is my squat.
You try
it's under 75.
You go squat it.
But
Shut
it's
up now.
interesting though. Like it was funny. Someone said when I was first getting into like working with strength athletes, they're like, don't send them your email, send them your Instagram. I was like, no, like I don't want that to be but it worked. And I was like, damn it. I hate that it worked.
Just got to make sure you got a few squat or deadlift videos
It's-
up
but,
there,
like,
just
it's-
semi-regularly.
And like I get it. Like I think when you go through uni, everyone's like, I've got the degree, why don't they listen? Sometimes you've got to just
But it's like Instagram's a new resume to most people.
Yeah.
It's your calling card. It's your business card. Like, more people, if people met me and like we had a conversation, then they're probably like, yeah, cool, I will train with that guy.
Yeah.
But if they just inquired, like the first thing they can do is stalk your Instagram.
Oh yeah, 99% of the time. Yeah.
If I'm looking for a place,
100%.
I'm going to try and find it on Instagram because I know I can find their location, their website, their opening hours. I can correct 9 times out of 10. Fucking get in contact with them. Instagram's a new business card. You have to be up to date, and like,
but you'd be silly not to use it. Like
100%.
again, I was so resistant. I'm still pretty poor with Instagram.
No, bro, it's so shit. I mean,
It's terrible.
Instagram, please give me
It's-
more followers and more clients and all that stuff. But
It's shocking. Like I just never know what to post, or like half the content people are kind of whacking on each other half the time. Like it can get very negative sometimes.
fucking hell.
So you just kind of get lost on what to post.
Mm.
But that was the main thing that I hated that it worked. Was
Mm.
if you can be active on Instagram again, like that's your resume, that's
Mm.
content. People can see what you do.
I think I should
So-
like quote that later. That was a really good quote. Instagram's
Yeah.
your new resume.
You gotta love it or hate it, but it
Yeah.
exists, and you gotta be a part of it.
Yeah.
Man,
It's essentially it.
We
it's
started
very-
working.
We're not in the white pages anymore, like
It's such a
all the yellow
free,
pages.
readily available platform for
Yeah.
marketing.
Yeah.
That just showed your age.
Yeah, I know. Sam doesn't know what the yellow pages.
No,
is,
no,
Oh,
that's
look,
fine.
I thought it was a myth.
Yeah.
Those yellow pages.
She grew up in Rocky. They only just got into it, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So
I
like,
only just got Uber.
just really? Yeah. Oh, that's devastating. But little quick change of topic, but it's on topic. So obviously you grew up and born and bred in Queensland.
Yep.
And I'm assuming you're a Queensland supporter in the
Yep,
Origin. Yeah.
yep.
Saturday
But
would be a very good day.
Yeah. But like, how sick is it in Rocky around Origin time? Because I just
Insane.
yeah, fuck, I just want to experience it.
Insane.
Like I just
Yeah.
oh god, it'd be like
Be the only thing that exists. I
Oh, 100%.
imagine.
Yeah. Very much so. You just go to the pub. You go to
that's
the pub.
so cool.
Yeah. That's nothing
watch
else
the
that
game.
day or those days. Like you go to the pub.
I love
Nowhere
how
else
it's just like a
exists.
religion out there.
It's pretty wonderful.
Anyways, we'll come back to what we're
Yeah.
actually talking about. But I did. Oh no, we're talking about Instagram. It's like no, I get it though, because like we just started working with this social media person who's helped us heaps, but I'm like, I still hate it. Like I still,
Still
just,
don't want to do it.
It's an animal.
Oh,
It's
it
just
is.
part of
It's
your
a-
business.
Yep, it's part of it.
Love
and-
it, hate it.
Yeah, but the thing is, you can't hate it because it
No.
does so well.
Yeah.
It does.
And you do
Re-
like if that's the way that you want to go, you do get left behind if you don't.
If you don't play the game,
Yeah.
Mhm.
I hate it so much.
I get it, and I do agree. There's so much negative bullshit and people trying to call out each other, but if we all just kind of allowed, like, there's 7 billion fucking people in the world.
Mm.
There's so many.
We are fine
So
to
many.
like have our own like quote unquote share of the market.
Yeah.
Like it's fine. I'll post my content. How about you stay like over there with your people? I'll stay here. We don't need to fucking argue with anyone. But my favorite button on Instagram is the mute button.
Oh, mute button.
I
What's that
have
one?
gotten really familiar with the mute button.
What's
Yeah.
mute do?
yeah.
Instead of unfollowing the person so they don't get butt hurt, you can
So I
just
get
mute.
notifications from it.
Oh,
Yeah,
I just
you-
unfollow them. Fuck them. Get her out. I don't want you. I don't want you around anymore.
You know how like satisfying. it
Sometimes
was?
the block one's good too.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, fuck you. Go. See you later.
So nice.
Yeah.
Oh.
Feels
It's
good.
so
You're like,
satisfying.
oh yeah,
It
that's
is-
good.
I don't understand why it's so satisfying. It's just like
Maybe it's
why-
because it's that like it's like a good spring clean, like you're clearing out that
Spring
negative
clean,
bullshit.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like if someone's posting just like consistently tragic, poor me bullshit, I'm like straight to the unfollow. Like I get it, it sucks, life's hard, we all deal with it. Come on, son.
Yeah.
I
think-
like hitting the unfollow button because then you realize, man, what were you thinking when you started following this person? Why are you? What are they bringing to you?
No, or like
You idiot!
You know,
All
I
right,
was-
you're out.
I'm gone.
I was
All right,
following
next.
fucking a page called Steak Videos, which was just videos of steak.
That
being
sounds
cooked.
amazing though.
It was, but then I was like, I'm never gonna do any of these recipes. Why the fuck am I? I don't have
Yeah,
a
but it'd
smoke.
be so satisfying just to look at steak when you open your newsfeed.
No,
I'd
I
rather
just-
look at
I just-
steak
It's
than
a
half the
nice way to
stuff on my
start the
newsfeed.
newsfeed.
I mean, I just cook a steak. I had steak and eggs for breakfast yesterday.
Mm.
So fucking underrated. People hate it. You give me a look.
Steak and eggs.
You don't like
For
steak and
breakfast?
eggs?
No, but for breakfast?
Where's your carbs? You doing some carbs in there?
Actually, because I use my air fryer.
Yeah.
Well played.
I know, thank you, sir. Johnny's a big fan of air frying.
Do you air
Mm.
fry?
I am a fan of air frying.
Yeah, nice.
I just don't have an air fryer.
You
right
need an air
now.
fryer.
No.
Kmart, best $60.
Sweet.
That's all you need. And then if you want to level up, get a 2-drawer, spend a little more.
Oh wait, no,
Never
okay.
fancy.
Literally want to get it. I nearly
Two
bought
drop will
another
change your
two.
life.
I have one. But I
Some
nearly
people
bought
own 2 as well,
Two, yeah.
like the multiple air fryers. The
They're
2-drawer
amazing.
does fix that problem though, because you can cook
Mm.
2 different things at the same
At the
time.
same time.
Yeah,
But yeah, I
not
ran,
bad.
Are they the same size?
Yeah,
Yeah.
both sex same.
So you do your meat in one and veg in the other.
Yep.
But in
Yep.
saying
Or
that,
two
I did my
different meats.
steak in the air fryer yesterday.
Yep, well played.
Put like the potatoes, pumpkin, and this is all for breakfast. Yeah, I just went full. I was hungry.
How long
Um,
does that take to cook?
It took like 15 minutes.
It's very
That's
quick.
amazing.
Very quick.
That's what I
in the air
mean.
fryer.
Yeah, like I
You're gonna get time back. By
put all
the
the
air fryer.
vegetables
It's an
around
investment.
it.
Yeah.
Put the vegetables around it, steak in the middle,
Perfect.
cooked to perfection,
Perfect.
and then I
Glorious.
just did like this cabbage, tomato, and shallot mixture on the pan fry. It took me like 5 minutes to do that while that cooked.
Yep, done. Meal.
Yeah,
sorted.
look, it is
Amazing.
really. Now that I say it out loud, the
Yeah, that sounds
breakfast.
great.
Yeah, but the breakfast, having that for breakfast, yeah, I can see how
Yeah.
people thought that was weird.
Oh yeah, it's a very odd breakfast, but
I get
great
around
meal.
that.
Fuck, it was delicious.
Like last night, we had chippies in one drawer and garlic bread in the other drawer.
Get
So good. Then with our
What?
chicken, so we had chicken, chippies, and garlic bread.
What type of chicken though?
Just like a lemon herb kind of
I
chicken
rate
breast.
that. I rate
Yeah.
that.
Just like a Woolies
seasoning on your
job.
chippies?
Oh yeah, Nando's.
Yes, okay,
100%.
great.
Well, it's
I'm
been a
proud.
bad week here at Gordon Park at Suez Street. We ran out of Nando's sauce this week, and that's my fault. I
No.
Jaylee does the ordering, and it's my responsibility to let her know that we've run out, and I did not. So, unfortunately, I have to be held accountable to that. And now I'm only running dirty tomato sauce with my
No,
Nando's
that's
chippies.
not okay.
It's fucked,
No,
but it's on the list.
that's fair.
That is such like the way you explained that whole story was amazing.
Mm.
I loved that. But I did salmon in the air fryer last night again.
Unreal, right?
Pan fried it, so I seared it. So
You don't
it's
even have to
crispy.
do that, bro.
You don't have to, but
Gets
I find-
crispy in there.
Yeah,
Trust
but
me.
the skin's way better if you pan fry it first.
A little salt, pepper. You're done.
I don't run pepper on just salt on my salmon.
No
You put
pepper
the
on
skin
salmon?
side up, bro. In the air
Skin
fryer.
side up.
In the air fryer, yeah.
Right. Okay.
That'll do it for you.
I'll reckon
You don't need
I'll
the
run
pan.
that next time.
Get rid of the pan. It's done.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
We
Get
are
an air fryer. I
talking
know
to
where
it.
you're going
Even
after this.
air fryer.
Yeah, I'm surprised you don't have one.
No,
No.
go.
We should start having them here. We'll give them to our guests on the leave.
That'd be amazing.
We should get
Yeah.
someone who owns it, like from JB Hi-Fi or whatever, like
do
a
an-
company.
We could do an air frying discussion.
That's how
discussion
pumped out we
piece.
get about air fryers.
Yeah, I was gonna say very
Mm.
passionate about air fryers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like Johnny's really passionate, and then
Mm.
he's kind of like not forced me, but encouraged me to start air frying more, and
Change the world.
it definitely
Mm.
changes a lot. If you get like, he calls them chippies, but chips,
Chippies.
Chippies.
yeah,
Yep.
from just
It's
like
a
your
chippy machine,
Woolies,
yeah.
your cheap,
Yeah.
the cheap shitty French fries from
Perfect.
Woolies.
Yep.
Mhm.
Perfect.
They're fucking amazing in there.
Perfect. Yep. Super crispy. Done. And then as a busy human, you're like this. You can put your things in the chippy machine. Go away.
They're also called chippy machines, not air fryers.
Yep.
I was actually surprised he called them an air fryer too.
And you know, well, we wasn't sure Sam would know what it is.
Chippy machine,
but
yeah,
now-
okay.
now-
But we made
now-
the reference.
Now we know.
It's
Yeah.
okay.
10, 15 minutes can be a lot of time in a coach's world.
Yeah.
You just put them in the chippy machine. That 10 or 15 minutes is yours. Bing, done. You get to eat. Go do
Sounds
something.
amazing.
Oh, it's revolutionary.
That's why I love the
Yeah.
old air frying chippy machine.
Yeah.
Put it on, do
It's
other things.
ridiculous.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go buy a
Like
damn air
last
fryer
night, we were
now.
training arms. So we
You're
had
just cooking chippies.
we were cooking dinner. So dinner was on the chippy machine.
Yeah.
And
What'd you
me
do
and-
your chicken in?
Oh, that was in the pan. That's easy. Just let it sit in the pan. We had that happening when we were getting some balcony gains training arms. It was sick.
That is
It was a little 20-minute arm sesh before
Yeah.
dinner.
Because you have a barbecue as well. You could just chuck the chicken on the barbecue while you were curling. Just
Yeah.
flipping that.
Yeah, we're running
That's
supersets,
great.
shoulders, rear delts, curls, tries. It was good.
It's a good session.
Yeah, it was sick.
And then you
Cool.
follow it with the
Session.
perfect meal.
Yeah, it was the perfect meal.
I'm actually like really kind of jealous now. Hey,
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds like a great. When was this? Yesterday.
Last night,
Oh,
after
wonderful.
dinner,
that's a
after
great
after
date
finishing
night
work. Yeah,
too.
Yeah.
yeah. I text
Yeah.
text Jelly, say, "Hey, bro, you want to train arms?" She's like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
You know that's your partner for life when she
Yeah.
says yes.
Well, even better, she texted me a few months ago. She said, "You want to train arms when you get home?" I was like, "You marry me." I've already done that bit. Asked you to do that.
Yeah.
We're good.
This is done. This has happened. Like, this
We're
is-
good.
Made the right choice there.
Mm.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Mm.
Oh well, look, I'm buying an air fryer now.
Yeah, get it. Air
So
fryer.
then-
What are you
and some-
doing
and
after
some
this?
Adjustable
I'm
dumbbells.
going to get an air fryer
Well
Okay,
played.
I'll
straight away.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
JB Hi-Fi just down the road.
Yeah,
And
if you
that
want,
is
you,
so convenient.
if you want to start entry level, Kmart also. Like,
oh
but
look,
if you want to get
yeah,
big, good
I'm-
guys up the
Oh,
road.
good guys up the road. Yes.
Yeah, I think Ninja, whatever brand that is, does a 2-drawer.
Do they?
Yeah, I think they do a 2-drawer.
Also, actually, I saw a really good brand. I can't remember. I think it was like Tefal, whatever it is.
Tefal.
In Woolies did a 2-drawer. And it was on
2-drawer?
special, and I nearly bought it.
At Woolies.
And then Nick was like, "We already have one. We don't need that." And I'm
Yes,
like,
you do.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. Yes, we actually do.
yes.
You do once you own it. You'll realize.
I
the
know,
difference.
but like,
Because then you can have multiple air fryers.
Yeah.
I know. See, I'm all
Take
for
one
it.
to work, bro. You can have an air fryer at the gym.
Don't fucking tempt me.
Ooh.
Don't tempt me because I like the so I don't work from the gym Tuesdays, Thursdays.
Yep.
The ability to cook things fresh at home on those days is
Mm.
mind blowing. Like it just
It'd
amazing.
be amazing.
Oh God,
Wonderful.
I'm
So good.
so hungry now.
Yeah,
I
I
just
could eat
ate.
something. Now, I'll take this in a different direction for you, Sam.
Okay.
Where do you see your business heading, like for coaching and things like that?
Let's bring it
We've
back to what
just
we're
gone
actually here.
straight
Yeah,
from-
yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
I'm
moving
still
off the
thinking
air
about
fryers.
fryers
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
chippy machines.
Chippy machines.
Admittedly, I didn't plan on having my own business
Yep.
yet. I thought that I had a lot more to learn, or I had a lot of avenues that I wanted to explore first.
Mm.
And it just, I guess, happened this way, which is amazing, and I absolutely
So all
love
good
what
things
has
happen, eh?
happened. Yeah. That is a very challenging question.
Mm.
Because it's already grown significantly larger than I had initially planned.
Mm.
I would love to have someone that would be able to help.
Oh, yeah.
Eventually.
Sweet.
But I think more looking at now, I have the ability to find my niche, as
Mm.
opposed to I think when you first get started, it's just like you take every client in the door.
Mm.
Obviously, refer them off if there's something that they need additional help with.
Mm.
But now, like I've got my guys that like I'm traveling almost every weekend for comps at the moment.
How cool's that?
Silly me decided to put people in multiple different federations.
How good's that?
So great.
Multiple sports too, because you're doing
Multiple
strong
sports
people as
and
well.
federations.
Yeah.
So I think this year and next year is going to be just from a business perspective, finding my systems and
Mm.
getting another person on board.
Yeah, nice.
From a long-term perspective, I think my main goal really is to be able to find or have allied health available for strength athletes.
Mm.
Like just effective allied health help.
Yep.
And whether that means like having someone where you can refer them off to further practitioners like your like sports psychologists, your physios and things. as well,
Fucking hell.
having a network for that. Because that's the first thing. Like I have so many athletes. Like I've been there. Like it's you might
But,
not
like-
think that you need just that little bit of support.
Yep.
A
But
sports
God, it makes a
psychologist.
massive
Yeah,
difference.
fucking oath.
It's
Fucking-
incredible.
And look, I'm gonna go one step further. I don't even think it's just it doesn't even have to be a sports psychologist.
No.
Just a fucking talk therapy in whether it be a counselor or a psychologist, something.
Gotcha.
I think talk therapy is so underrated for an athlete's performance benefits.
Oh god, yeah. Because half the time, like, there's individuals where at comps, when things break down, it's not their strength. It's either their belief or like belief that they can do something. It's there, and that comes down to like the belief that they have in themselves. A lot of people think that's really airy fairy, but God, that makes such a big difference.
100%.
And it's a real thing.
100%.
It's a huge thing.
But beyond that, if they've just got, if their brain capacity is being occupied by something else, and because they haven't dealt with it, whatever it might be, it might not even be that bad. But if your brain capacity is being held by something else, you can't give everything and all your energy, attention, and focus to this one thing at the time. It's gonna cause issues. It's gonna cause that breakdown. So I think fucking talk therapy is so underrated. And sports psychologists can definitely help as well. That, like, not to disregard that, because I think I've worked with one in the past and it was brilliant. But 100% the benefits are amazing.
I think one of the biggest opportunities that is always overlooked in injury rehabilitation is the psychological side of the injury as well.
Huge.
It's a really good
and you
point,
would see it with who you work with, and even your own experience, I imagine, is X has been broken. You've done all the things that says X should be fixed, but you didn't work on the psychological side of your injury. You haven't actually overcome it yet.
No one helped you go through the identity crisis that you have when you
Yeah.
can't compete. No one goes through that.
Who are you when without your athlete title?
Oh, it's insane. Like I've gone through it. I went through it probably a few years ago. Like I was completely 100% an athlete in my eyes. There was nothing else to it. Then when you become, once you're no longer just an athlete, like who the hell am I?
How did what injury was that? Because like
that was probably coming out of partially my back.
Yeah, right.
Partially, but I think it was probably more COVID than anything.
Right. So my question then, because I 100% agree.
Yeah.
Like using myself as an example, when I ruptured my Achilles, I was rendered completely useless. Obviously, I couldn't drive because of my right foot. couldn't even stand up in the shower. Like, so.
Oh yeah, I've had someone stand at the foot of my shower to make sure that I refuse to let someone help me at that point in time.
Yeah.
So I would have someone just stand at like the corner of either the shower or the bathroom, so that so that I didn't slip or fall over, because I
Yeah,
couldn't
right.
physically stand up.
I just end up like I had one of those showers where you take the shower head off. So like I would just sit in the bathtub with I had to sit like sideways. So if the shower head was there, and then just sit with my leg over and be like, well, just. But my question is, because you've dealt with those back issues so long, how did you deal with it? The idea of being like your independence being taken away when you're in a wheelchair.
It's tough. Like I remember the first few times it happened, I was quite young.
Mm.
So I was sitting around 14, 15, and I refused. I would walk into the gym barely able to walk, and I would just almost with either a little crutchy thingy or something.
Little crutchy
and
thingy?
I would sit there and do bicep curls for like an hour.
Yes.
That explains the arms.
Yeah, them jacked.
Yeah.
But then you kind of learn it's counterproductive,
Mm.
and that's where I had a psychologist, sports psychologist, help me with that. I started referring and slowly learning how to have or how important a team around me was. So it could be your friends and family, but it's also your EP, your coach, your again psychologist, anyone that's able to actually help you through or kind of understand why you're feeling this way, and that it's temporary, and that you need to do XYZ now so that this doesn't last forever.
100%. I agree. I think friends and family are good, but I think you need someone in your corner as well, like a coach it could be a friend, but someone who's not gonna, what's the word? Mollycoddle you.
Yeah.
Someone who's not gonna play to your oh, that's really sad. You need someone to be like, you've had your whinge, get off your ass.
Yeah.
And I think that's a very important person to have. Obviously, they don't have to say it like I just said it. Don't be a cunt. But
you got to meet the person where they are too. Like there's some people where there's a point where you know that they only need you to listen. They want you to listen. They need you to listen. They need to vent, to get whatever they're feeling or whatever's going on out. And then it's kind of then at that point, like I'm someone, I will listen. But if you're saying the same thing over and over and over and over to me, and you're showing me that you're not doing anything to help yourself, I will either say, look, do you need resources? I am able to help you. If they don't take those resources, I do get a little, my patience there does kind of limit a little bit. I go, look, you have these resources now. I am able to help you to here. These people are going to be able to help you further. Are we ready to do this yet?
Do you find it comes back down to a lot of that people are only ready for what they're ready for?
100%, yeah. You could say the same thing over and over and over and over and over to someone. They will nod and say yes. If they're not ready yet, if they're not in that mind frame to help themselves or do what needs to be done, unfortunately, all you can do is just give them a little bit of space and let them come to you. Well, in my experience.
Yeah. But that's a very mature experience. And listening to you talk for 43 minutes now. And
you poor suckers.
No, mate. But I can saying that we can see why people would presume you're older. That's a wisdom thing that comes with age.
Yeah.
And you've lived that experience.
Wise beyond your years.
Fucking nice. She's like, wait.
That'll be the Instagram.
Yeah.
That'll be
Wise beyond the years. That's the title of this episode.
That's the title.
Oh God.
I'll probably just run with Strong with Sam.
Yeah, that's fine.
I was like,
that's okay.
That's the hardest part of doing this podcast is trying to figure out a title.
Names, yeah.
I do like the
titles
name
are
of your
tough.
business. It does make very much sense.
Yeah, look, it was. I needed something quick. It all happened so quickly, and I was like, "Strong with Sam, that's good."
Yeah,
like
that works.
That's got many meanings behind it. We'll go with that.
Yeah,
love that.
Strong in all different ways.
Yeah,
and Sam is strong too.
Oh look, was
I don't know.
We'll
Pretty sure I saw a deadlift video of you pulling something stupid this week or last week at 0.
Oh, slowly.
Yeah,
slowly.
with 3 reds or something on there.
I don't know if you can say that I'll get strong again when you're walking around with fucking pipes out of your shoulders looking like that.
Is it a custom to make them arms fit or?
Yeah.
100%.
No, I don't know. I think when you're around really strong people all the time.
Oh yeah, look, don't get us wrong.
Yeah.
Our scope
We'll
of
know
what's strong is very vastly
so
different.
skewed.
It's so skewed.
So skewed.
Even perception of bigger people
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Like you walk around and I just go, oh, I'm so tiny. Like all these people are like just such big people, and then you go to the shopping center, you're like, okay, look, I'm gonna look
Yeah.
a little bit.
I remember my
It's
doctor
okay.
telling me, he's like, I told him my body weight. He's like, "Geez, that's big." I'm like,
Mm.
"Bro,
it's not.
my friends are like 120 plus."
I bet Luke Polly's
Yeah,
60
and
or
he
whatever
literally
the
just
fuck
looked at me. He's
weighs.
like, "You need new friends."
And
I was like,
they need the diet.
Actually, that's a very good point. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So-
good, dude. You're fucking. I can't wait to see what you do next. I think it's going to be very exciting. You've got a big future ahead of you, and as long as you stay healthy and keep doing what you're doing, we're going to hear more of Strong with Sam.
So do you
Gotta
think
stay healthy.
you would compete again, or do you think your focus is coaching now, or
I'm definitely.
there's room for athlete Sam again?
I would love to compete again.
In what sport?
Just dominate another one,
think-
probably.
Powerlifting's my baby. Powerlifting's my baby. I'd love to. I think I have nominated for a comp in August, the Queensland Strongest, the Strongman comp,
Oh, yeah.
just because it's
nice.
at Steel and Stone.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Um,
Home ground advantage.
but we'll see how we go.
Do you have athletes
first
doing
at this
it?
stage. I've got one on that particular day.
Oh,
yeah,
okay, so it makes it a little bit harder.
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's just retirement's so lovely.
yeah.
Do the deadlift comp at the end of the year.
Do it.
We have
What was it?
fireworks.
When is it?
December 11.
So the week. Okay, cool. Because of this pec tear,
Yep.
I'm gonna now compete Steel and Stone Grand Slam.
Yeah, nice.
The week
Yeah.
before.
Yep.
So I'll be in for deadlift.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, we'll be bigger and crazier and better than last year.
I have no doubt about that.
Yeah.
That'd be glorious. Last year was pretty cool.
Yeah, we're leveling up again.
How do you level up from there?
Oh, you'll see.
Oh, Johnny's got ways. You just whenever I'm surely by now, whether you've coached Johnny or know Johnny long enough, if he says he's leveling up, you just sit back and
Yeah,
watch. You're just like,
wait for
okay,
it to happen.
I'm
Yeah.
a wait and I cannot wait.
It'll be the same as last time. All I'll tell you, I might not even tell you where it is until a few hours before this time. You'll just know that it's at 6 o'clock.
That's it. That's
Yeah,
all we
6
get.
o'clock on the
He's
11th.
going like full Fight Club.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it'd be wild. Now, Sam, we
Will I get to know again before everyone?
Oh, you might get into it
Okay,
too.
thank you. That's,
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Look, if you're a coach out there and you send me the right message, maybe I'll give you a bit more clues. But
I'm already
see.
excited. Fuck,
yeah,
6 months away.
we're going
How's
silly.
it 6 months?
Yeah. Then you know what's also more exciting than that? That means Christmas is soon.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No, I just
I
got
don't
a
know
bit
if
of
I'm excited
anxiety.
about
in
that.
that.
Yeah,
I got a
I
bit more
love Christmas.
anxiety.
I mean, I feel like I'm not ready for Christmas. Like,
But that's so great. I just
yeah,
realized
fired up for Christmas.
this is awesome because it goes December 4, I'll compete. I shouldn't say that on the podcast because something knowing me could happen
Yeah.
again. December 4, I compete. December 11, deadlift comp, and then I'm on holidays from December 18th.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we're going
And
up.
then we're going to see
going up
Santa
north.
Claus.
It's wonderful.
My partner's from Charter Towers, so it's like it's a bit wonderful.
Yeah. Well,
Can we all? Let's just jump back. Did you just say we get to see Santa Claus?
Yes, correct. Yes. Well,
what?
it's December 25. That's when he comes.
Johnny's a big Christmas fan.
Like he's real. I still get a present from him.
Yeah, same.
It still goes to Mum's house.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Mum brings it over for me.
That's the logical.
Yeah.
thing.
I guess he
Yeah.
hasn't worked out where I moved to. So
No, he probably doesn't have your new address.
yeah,
yet.
exactly.
That's okay.
So that's all right.
It's just like you want to block your ears for this, but I still remember the day like I worked
They
out
lied
that
to you.
my
It was
mum's
so disappointing.
yeah, and I was like, actually, my friend told me at school, and I was like,
No, I know.
yeah, no, I fucking knew that. And then you get to that Christmas and you see that it's just your mum's handwriting with like a slight difference, and you're like, "Hello, darkness, my old friend."
It's
He's
very
real if you
disappointing.
believe.
Yeah, look, mine was. I woke up midway through the night and I thought I heard Santa, and I walked out and it was the parents putting the.
Oh,
Could be
It was really
worse. I'm
disappointing.
pretty sure I've walked in on my parents doing worse. So
Yeah,
fuck.
look.
Yeah, we've all been there. We have all been there. Anyways, we'll finish off
Finish
with
off with 10 questions for Sam.
this is to get more of an idea of who you are behind in this inside Sam's head.
Okay.
Fast, rapid fire. First thing that fucking comes to your
Oh,
head.
Jesus. Okay.
Sam, here we go. Question number 1. What did you have for dinner last night?
Oh my god, what did I have? A pizza.
Oh, where from?
Ooh.
Sorry, there's follow-up questions from that. I'm so
That's a
sorry.
very good question. It's an Italian, it was
Oh,
an Italian one, like an actual.
yeah.
I have no idea what it was called. Had a little red emblem on it.
from Tenerife somewhere.
from like West End.
West Indies.
Oh, okay. Yep. That's
That's
fancy,
what it was
fancy.
called. It was really yummy.
It's good.
Mm.
What's in the boot of your car?
Oh god, what's not in the boot of my car?
Oh yeah,
A lot of junk. Probably my gym bag.
very important.
Yeah.
I want someone to say a person. Hey,
Fuck,
waiting for it.
Oh, no, they just go pause. Oh yeah, there's nothing in there.
No, nothing. Nothing at all.
Last time you changed your bed sheets?
Last week.
Lovely. Middle name?
Kate.
Kate.
Mm.
Your favorite year and why?
Jesus. Can we say this year because we don't know what it's gonna end like?
Yeah,
Can we
you
do
can
that?
have this year.
Let's do that. Let's
Yeah.
do that.
Reason behind this year being the favorite year?
Oh god, because possibilities. We just don't know.
Excellent.
Oh, that's actually deep. Quite.
Yeah.
That's good.
Your
Yeah.
first piece of music you've ever owned?
piece of music.
Wait,
Look, the only one I can.
Cassette, CD.
bro, she was born in
Downloaded.
99.
It was a it was a
Oh,
cassette.
there we go.
Couldn't tell you what it was called, but we used to play it in the car every day.
Yes. And did you fast
was
forward
like-
to your favorite song?
Yeah, every single time.
Yes.
But it was like, yeah, no idea. No idea, but it was cassette. Couldn't tell you.
Damn.
Could you even sing the song for us?
No, not at all.
The last dream you had.
You dream?
Mm.
I would have been running away from something. Normally they're really scary because I watch scary movies.
Fuck that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. It's always running away from something. Does that mean something?
Yeah, don't run. It's
Mm.
not good, not good for you. Look at his Achilles. It's bad. It's fucked.
That was really funny.
You shouldn't have run.
No, don't run.
Yeah, I'm in a classic example.
That's it. We like to
Sure.
walk down Kedron Brook often and see all these people running. And I always keep trying to work out why they're running.
I was
It's
like,
like,
hey,
is
like-
anyone chasing you, bro?
Yeah, it's like, are
Like,
they
are you
doing that
okay?
on their own accord?
I'll keep you safe. Like, just stand here. I'll look after you.
Sometimes I just want to have, like, if I drive into work and I see someone running and you're clearly doing this to try and lose weight, I just want to pull over and give them a business card.
Yeah,
Is that weird?
Just do it
Did
differently.
you feel that? Anyone? Am I just the only one? I'm like,
No, I
there's
get
better
it.
ways.
I just want to
guys.
help you.
Yeah,
Like,
there's so
stop
many
it.
better ways. Stop running.
Yeah. What are you going to do when you retire?
Oh, look, absolutely nothing.
Yeah, we're going to do another.
This is the first person that's
Absolutely
ever said
nothing.
that.
Yeah. That's probably the most truthful out of everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, nothing.
Yeah. I
That's
love
dope.
it.
Absolutely nothing.
Your morning routine. Do you have one? And what do you do?
No, it's chaotic.
Yeah. Chaos. Good.
Pat the bird, feed the bird.
Oh, I forgot to ask you about your
yeah, I got
bird.
the bird. New bird mum. It's an experience.
Sick. Bird's
Get
name?
ready as quick as I can. Goober.
Goober. Yeah.
What-
Goober,
type
because
of
he's a
bird?
goofy goober. He's a conure.
Yeah.
Don't know what the fuck that is.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm only learning all this. I think it's like a parakeety type of thing.
Yep.
He does say his
Why do you
name.
need a bird?
Look, I had a spare 30 minutes and I went and bought a bird.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And your little bird
Never-
just hangs
never
out
owned a
on your
bird.
shoulder and stuff. Or
Yep. He does absolutely everything with me.
That's the best.
Yeah.
So when you come home, you go and get Goober.
Yeah. I cannot go into another room without him there. He will fly now to me.
Really? And just stay with you.
Yeah.
That's the best.
That's actually
He's
really
awesome.
cool.
Yeah.
And do you have to keep the windows shut or what's
I
the...
can keep the windows open now. He
Wow.
won't fly away.
Oh,
I know.
What
It's amazing.
fans are you afraid of?
Don't have fans.
Thank
All
God.
wall sheds, they're just all aircon and
Yeah,
high
right.
ceiling.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be
So,
perfect.
yeah, it's great.
so
Because I would have
cool.
mad anxiety if
Yeah.
I.
And if you're just chilling out and he'll just stay with you or will he just
Yeah,
scoot
he will
around for a
not
little bit?
leave
And...
me alone. He will not.
That's
Once
actually
they,
really sweet.
yeah, I've learnt once they bond like to an owner or other bird, they just don't leave you alone.
Oh, it's the best. So
It's
is he
great.
is he fired up when you come home?
Yes.
Do you,
Super.
do
Yeah.
you like
He's adorable.
what? So is he? He's just in his cage.
When he's by himself, he stays in his cage
Mm.
just because I have seen him fly across the room before, kind of misjudged, and there's been like a fork in like a beam, and he's almost like clotheslined himself.
Oh.
So he's not allowed by himself out of his cage.
That's actually so cool. And does he sleep in his cage?
Look, he's not gonna lie, he sleeps on the bed head most of the time.
That's so
Yeah.
cool, man.
That's the best.
I'm actually like real. Like I think I need a bird.
Oh, they're awesome. I'm not gonna lie, they're the most affectionate things you'll ever.
Except I have too many. Oh, I have too many
Experience.
fans. I'm scared of that.
That's the
very
best.
fans.
And I feel like my
you can
dog
clip their
will.
wings. I just don't clip mine because
What do you mean clip
You
their
just-
wings?
they like you can clip their. I don't know if it's like their primary wings or something. They
Yeah.
can grow. They grow back like fingernails.
Just so that fly.
Yeah, so they don't fly.
No,
but
that's.
I just let mine grow out.
Yeah.
Goobers grow out.
Anyways,
That's the
They
best.
don't
Sorry.
fly away now anyway.
that's so
Um,
cool.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the
it's
best.
cool.
Very, very interested to know your feelings on this, Sam. What do you think of artificial intelligence?
It is going to rule the world.
Mm, that's our
Yeah.
fear as well.
Mm.
I think it's already controlling us. Really, can you go without technology of any kind? Can you think of anything that doesn't have technology?
Does my toilet count?
I don't know how fancy your
It's probably
toilet.
made by AI. It was made
Yeah.
with some sort of robotic.
Oh, there we go. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was trying to think of something, but yeah, you guys, I
But
do.
even
I
like
do
the-
want a bidet.
You can get an attachment.
No way.
Pretty sure you can.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
you
can.
get an add-on.
Yeah.
See, that's a whole different story. Sam,
Yeah.
thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you
For making the
having
time.
me.
It was a lot of fun
Leave it in the
hearing
days.
your story, what you're doing in the industry, like from from the outside perspective is really cool, but the meaning behind it's even greater. We can't wait to see what you do in the next couple of years. Hopefully, we can see athlete Sam back as well. Now, we'll do the thing. Give yourself a shout out. Where can people find you?
Probably Instagram, strong with Sam Thomasson. Because that's a really long Instagram name.
It's
I need to
alright.
change that.
No, keep it.
But that's probably the most easiest way to find me on social media. But I do work out of Below Parallel in Fortitude Valley, and I do also work out of Steel and Stone in Salisbury.
A couple of very sick gyms.
They're very cool. Both very, very cool gyms, very
people.
different environments, very different individuals at both. Very cool. Yeah.
Awesome, dude.
Yeah.
We'll put it all in the show notes. Thank you.
Thank you. Woo! Yay. No.